Oh, hello. My name's Colin, otherwise known as Death by Thrifting. This is where it all happens. This is where I eat. This is where I sleep. This is where I listen to music. This is where I pretend to read. This is where I get dressed for the day. This is where I cry. And due to popular demand, I'm gonna be showing you around and sparing no detail about this little cube that I happen to call home. This is my thrifted bedroom. Please enjoy. But first, let's talk media. If you don't know, on this channel I talk about everything that I'm consuming from TV, movies, books, all media, and I talk about it and I share it. Why? Because I'm unwell in the head, and also because it gives you more context of who I am, what I'm about, what I'm inspired by at the moment. Let's start with music. Recently, I've pretty much exclusively been listening to Solange. I feel like Solange I've been listening since I've been like 16. I love to re-listen to albums that have had importance to me throughout my life, and the two albums she has out are fucking incredible. I wanted to re-listen to her 2019 album, When I Get Home. This album is so insanely good. It's all I've been listening to for like the past week. I'd say Solange is like R&B, but her music is more than just R&B. It's like soul, it's ambient at times, it's hip-hop at times. She's so popular, but like, if you haven't listened to Solange, dude, listen to A Seat at the Table and listen to When I Get Home. Some of my favorites off the album are Down with the Click, Stay Flow, Alameda, Bins. Also showing love for Beltway. Beltway is so underrated. It's so underrated. And also just Cranes in the Sky off her first record is one of the best songs ever made. Yeah, I said it. It's one of the best songs ever made. And then, I only watched one movie. I watched this movie called Real Life. So it's about this like annoying, like pretentious guy who sets out to film a documentary about like an American family and tries to film their everyday lives to see what happens. He basically ruins these people's lives. It's like a mockumentary, like it's not true, but it's like satire. It's so funny. Solid 4 stars from me. I enjoyed it. I had a fun time. And hey, did your dad really kill that horse? I can say I did start X-Files, the TV show. It takes place in Oregon, and these FBI agents come to investigate this town because teenagers keep dying out of nowhere. I've only seen one episode so far, but it feels like knockoff Twin Peaks. Like, it feels like they were just capitalizing off the success of Twin Peaks. But the first episode, just the first episode, has kind of sold me. I love everything about it so far, and it's exactly what I want to be watching this time of year when it's like fall. And this is going to be my new comfort show. I think that's all I got in me this week. Back to the video. Let's start with my closet. I have an old school sliding door style of closet, so I can only get to one side at a time. Right here, I have all my pants. They used to be in a dresser drawer, and that did not work well for me because all my pants were wrinkled and I couldn't see or get to them. So a couple years ago, I invested in these nice little specialty pants hanger. It's nice. I can have all my pants here nice and condensed, and when I need to get to them, hook the other side. They're nicely laid out. I can pull them out and get to whatever pants I need. And I have them organized into little groups: work pants, cargo pants, black dress pants, wool dress pants, more dress pants, and then skirts. Up top here on the right, I have all of my miscellaneous shorts, and right in the middle, I have all of my jorts, and on the left, I have a big pile of denim. I find keeping my shorts and my jeans up here to make more sense. And it's easier to just be able to grab and go, especially with jeans. I don't want to hang my jeans because then it's a whole thing to put it back on. So I like just being able to fold it, throw them right up top when I'm done with them. And no, I don't wash my jeans a lot. Down below, I have all my shoes, which I have showcased on this little vintage like TV cart that I got from Goodwill. In ideal world, all my shoes would fit on here and I wouldn't need any more storage, but we all know how I am. I put a nail in the store so I could hang stuff right here. And recently I've been trying to make it a habit to hang outfits I plan to wear the next day here. And let's move on to the other side. I have all my knits. I have some crew necks, mainly sweaters and cardigans right up there. We have as follows: blazers, suits, dress shirts, short sleeve dress shirts, flannels, thermals, crew necks, long sleeves, and t-shirts. I think it makes the most sense to organize it by the type of garment that it is, and it makes it way easier to find it when you're looking for something. I know all of my flannels are right here. And then we don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk about that. That's my closet. And this is my favorite part of my bedroom. This is my record collection, my record player, my speakers, and my CD player, my dresser. This is my favorite piece of furniture that I've ever gotten, and it happens to be the first piece of furniture I thrifted ever. On my 16th birthday, my dad and I went to a local thrift store back home in Illinois, found this guy for $100, which for what it is, that is a great deal. I am a sucker for mid-century furniture just because of like the quality and the craftsmanship. This is a solid wood piece. Like, it is beat up. Lots of rings and scratches and scars. When I moved to Tennessee, something happened in the moving truck. This handle now is like this forever, and that's okay with me. I just feel like stuff is boring when it looks perfectly clean and new. I think you should embrace the wear that furniture gets, because it's pretty, it's beautiful to see how things get lived in over time. That being said though, at some point, my goal, completely stain it and reseal it. So this is my current record setup. I have the Audio-Technica LP60. I've been rocking with this guy since I've been 16 and have not changed. I would like a nicer one eventually, but you know, right now this thing gets the job done. Audio-Technica is a great brand to go with, I do believe. My receiver is by the brand Onkyo, and it is from a secondhand shop here called McKay's. And my speakers were my dad's in the 90s. This was his divorce present to himself, and now I have them. And they are great speakers. They're JBL. Could be better, but for right now, this setup is great. And especially as of recently, I've really tried to make it a habit to come home after a long day, take a sigh of relief, peel off my socks, and put on a record and just let the music wash over. There's nothing more beautiful than putting on a record at night. There's nothing more beautiful. These are my old smelly thrifted records, and then over here are my new pristine collection of records. But I feel like I'm at a good place where I own enough to where I don't need to keep buying a bunch. I like to own my favorite albums. I don't like to just own everything, or like new releases. I like to just carefully consider and only hold on to albums I truly love and I'm gonna get listens out of. And I store them in plastic because I'm insufferable. I do put the outer plastic on them, plastic sleeve, and then the anti-static like dust sleeves. And when I put on a record, I just like to put it on, stick the album right up here so I can see what I'm listening to. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And let's talk about my CD player. This was also my dad's. Yeah, this was in his like office, and I was like, wait, can I have this CD player? And he was like, I don't use it. It's the Philips Microsystem MC235B. I don't think this is any better than any other CD players. I just like that it opens vertically and is see-through, so when you play things, it's pretty. I have now hooked up my CD player so it is connected to my entire setup, so it's not playing off of the shitty speakers it came with. It's hooked up to my receiver, so I just hit the CD button and it plays out of the nice speakers that my records play out of, which is good enough for me because the CDs sound great. They sound incredible. And this lamp I thrifted recently in the shade. The shade doesn't go on top, so I just lean it on top like that. And this is my reading corner. This is the IKEA like Poang chair, and I found this at like my local thrift store next to me. Yeah, they sold it to me for $90. It was worth it. So worth it, because now I have this chair with this ottoman and I can lean back and read Queer by William S. Burroughs. This is like a classic IKEA chair that they still sell today, but this one specifically is somewhat old. I'm assuming maybe from the 90s. They don't make them anymore with real leather seats, so I know it's not gonna crack, it's not gonna go bad, and it's surprisingly comfortable, honestly. This light was also one of the best like finds I've ever gotten. It's a CB2 light, and I found it in the vacuum section at Goodwill for $6. It's beat up, but I don't care. Does it look like I care? You want to know the best part about this light? It even swivels. So I can swivel it, maybe. I can swivel it over my desk. I want to also highlight this hat rack. Also is very sentimental to me. It was my grandpa's. And I remember going to my grandpa's house when I was little, and he had this, and he stored his like ball caps on it. Now I have it. I put my greasy beanies and a couple berets on there, and peep the current movie poster in rotation. It was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now it's Blue Velvet. I got the poster off Etsy, and honestly would not recommend. It's kind of low quality, but from afar you can't tell. So. And finally, the heart of the home. My desk. This is where I post from. This is what I like to call my racist principal desk, because it probably belonged to a racist principal. I found this desk at Goodwill like 2 years ago for 20 bones. When I'm out, I still see desks like this style of desk all the time. And I'm like, why does no one buy these? And realistically, no one's buying them because they're like 600 pounds. I need to have like a huge desk just because I want the space. I don't want all my stuff crammed up. Like, I want everything perfectly displayed. Like, I feel like a lot of people nowadays don't even have a desk. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Like, every person should have a desk. You need a workspace where you clock in. So much storage in this too, which like desks now do not have. Like, they're not designed to store things. Like filing cabinet drawers. It has the writing desk, I think is what they are called, on both sides. What I use it for, dinner here, YouTube here. The drawers are insane. And what's cool is I can actually lock this if I wanted to. I have the key. I did try to restore it a little bit. I like polished up the handles so they were nice and like new looking, and I re-stained it like lightly just over so it didn't look like as bad as it did. I love desks in this style, and I always try to convince my friends to get them, and they're like, no, I'm not doing my CDs up here because I don't have room elsewhere, and it looks cool. My speakers, these are also JBL speakers. This summer I went to France, and it was literally the best time of my entire life, and I don't think life will ever get better. But while I was there, I picked up these postcards at the film museum, so I have those taped up over here. This artwork itself is from a print shop in France, and I put it in a thrifted frame. Oh, and the chair, this is from a vintage shop close to me, and this was like in the corner for like 25 bucks. Scratched up a little bit. Once again, don't care. Why do you guys care? You care too much. There's one point I want to solidify, is that invest in nice furniture, dude. Like, furniture does not go bad. Like, I think people nowadays think it's like, oh, this desk fell apart. It's like, dude, a desk should not fall apart. A desk should be made of wood. And wood does not fall apart unless you light it on fire with a torch and gasoline. That's why, like, thrifting just, like, it just is the only, like, logical, it just makes so much sense that we should be buying quality over quantity. And quality does not have to come at a higher price tag. Like, find stuff, you know, and it's harder. It's harder, you gotta put in the work. A lot of this stuff I've collected over years of my life. Like, you know, like the past like 5 to 8 years. So it's like, don't feel like you have to have everything immediately. Like, a lot of things like have just slowly changed, and like you start small and then you find things as you go. Don't be in a rush to buy everything. Like, your life is so long. Be patient. Patience is a virtue. This is my nightstand, which holds all my books. This is all the books I own. I don't have a lot, because I don't read. I got some Kurt Vonnegut. I read Slaughterhouse-Five. Insanely good. Need to read his others. And I picked these up. Cannot wait to read these. Got some of the old blue-edged copies. The nightstand that I currently use is, this is like a mid-century like record stand, but I put this piece of wood on top. What you'll find on top of here, you'll see my tray of random things, a clock, my cologne, and my diffuser. I love diffusers, and I've always said this. And to go ahead and set the record straight, I do not thrift my bed sheets. Don't get that idea in your head, because I don't. I have before, but not anymore. These are new sheets. This is my bed, and it is my grandma's mattress with a mattress pad on top. No one is sleeping on their grandma's mattress like me. I have a random frame right now, a very simple, just like low setting frame that a friend gave to me for free. I've always been a low setting bed person. I want my bed as low to the floor as possible. It also just makes a room feel more open, because it's like you're not like blocking off half the room. I have a second little nightstand over here with a vintage like alarm clock. Everyone has these. Everyone and their fucking grandpa has one. That artwork I got at an estate sale. I think the way someone has a room says a lot about them. Mine probably is telling you that I'm gay. I hope you enjoyed this video. Freaking subscribe or you'll break your mama's back. See you in the next one. Bye.